Dacetacular Nation. It is I, Chris, the Dace Man, Dace, bringing you the 60th edition. Yeah, 60th, not the 59 or 60th last week, because that was the 59th, and I completely screwed that up. Bringing you the 60th edition of the Dace Man Show, and joining me this week around the corner, as always, the jerk, Gibby.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Put your hands in the air. Wave around like you just don't care.
I don't know why
you need to get a mute button for him.
Yeah, he gets so high-pitched whenever we start the show.
I can't help it.
And joining us from the Midwest in the state that loves fried butter, Frank Ward.
Fried butter. Hi. There's body parts everywhere.
Great segue. Speaking of body parts, tonight's a huge episode. We have just joined us tonight from Default Dan the Game, Britt. How's it going, Britt?
Going good, man. Going good.
So we have to say, you guys might remember about 2 months ago, we were heavily advertising our presence that Fanboys Anonymous would be at Too Many Games. And at Too Many Games, I got to actually play this on the handheld controller. And trust me, there's a lot of F-bombs. I'm sure the video footage is out there. But tonight, we actually got a chance, myself, Gibby, Frank, I believe is currently playing it, to go through the entire game and actually get down and ask them some questions about the game itself. So the first question I have to say is,
are you so evil? Oh, sorry.
That's a good question.
Before we jump into the questions, actually, why don't you give us a quick synopsis, brief overview of Default Dan?
All right, so for Default Dan, we like to call it the anti-Mario, the anti-platformer. What we kind of took is we took the normal platformer game that you would normally play and just took everything that was good and flipped that upside down and made everything good bad and everything bad good. So we're just trying to reprogram your brain and show you how much you've actually been programmed to play video games.
That's awesome. It's such an awesome concept, too, when it comes to this game. Like, initial run, you see a coin, instinct that has been engraved in our brain for about 20 to 30 years now is to grab that coin, and the moment you hit it, boom, your body's everywhere. What really inspired you guys to actually jump into that type of, like, platform and style, like break away from the norm?
So we love to do the game jams, whether it's Global Game Jam or we're here in Georgia and they do Georgia Game Jam. We actually have one coming up in a couple weeks. But really what we do when we go there is they give us some theme, and we like to just play and go to the edge with that theme. And for Default Dan, our theme was Eye of the Beholder. So, again, you can interpret that many different ways, but we kind of looked at that whole idea of, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Everybody sees something totally different. And we kind of looked at a game and said, you know what, normally you want to get coins. Normally you don't want to fall in holes. So let's just try to flip that around. And to be honest, we didn't know if it was going to work, but, it worked, and everybody loved it. So we just continued from there.
Cool. Is this your first iteration into like the whole gaming? Like just like the first game you guys actually created?
It is, as far as like really pushing out a game. This was probably our fourth or fifth jam, and with the jams, it's really you have 48 hours to build the game, from complete scratch to throw out there. Our main programmer, he's played around. I think he has a couple different things like some air hockey games and things like that on yo-yo games with Game Maker. But really, this was our first venture into a real game and going to the events and showing it off and really completing something that's a full game and not just something we threw together.
So at these game jams, is it usually defined for like a specific system?
No, it's always completely open, and to be honest, it's even non-digital, so you can even do board games and things like that. But, yeah, we usually tend to stick with Game Maker, but we've seen people do stuff with, iPhone-specific. We've seen Unity. We've seen the Unreal Engine and all kind of stuff that people they prefer to use.
The Default Dan, what engine did you guys go ahead with that, or did you guys create your own?
No, we actually used Game Maker, so it's something that our programmer is really comfortable with, and to be honest, it's really easy to make games really fast with it once you understand the mechanics of it. And we built it there in Game Maker, and then coming out of it, we already had 2 or 3 levels with a handful of mechanics, and we were just like, well, we don't really want to recode it, so we just kept it in Game Maker, and it's worked pretty well.
Hey. So is it basically Default Dan going to be a PC game, or are you planning on this to be on like a console?
So actually, that's a great question, because right now we're going through Steam. We're in green light. We're in the top 50, which is great, but we're at the mercy of Steam pushing us through. So we're trying to do that so we can get it on PC, Mac, and Linux. But outside of that, we're actually building the iOS, the Android, and Windows Phone version. Right now we're testing. We're finishing up those builds so we can get those out. And after we get that done, we are looking at consoles. So GameMaker announced at GDC that they gave us the plugins where now we can get to the PSN network. We also got the plugin for like the Ouya. And actually, I think it was 2 days ago, GameMaker just announced that we can make it onto the Xbox platform, kind of showing off that it's available for Xbox One and things like that. So those are going to shortly follow after, but it is definitely one of those things that we're excited to try to get it onto the console network.
So basically, your main means of distribution, I guess currently it's going to be Steam?
Yeah, it's going to be Steam to start, and then we're hoping to have the mobile versions up. Right now we're shooting for Labor Day, and we're really just hoping, for that first part of September to have it in to all those different shops for mobile.
Oh, man. I can't even – how is that going to work on a mobile phone?
So it's funny because I would have had it at too many games, except for the new iOS update completely broke our original test that we had, so I could show it off. But it actually works very well. So we one thing we did is we took away the run button, and we kind of gave it like a gradual run, like you would do in Mario when you hold down the run button. Mm-hmm. And so instead, you just have your jump, and you have your left and your right. And so your left and right is on your left hand, and then your jump is just your right hand, and it works really well. Like we've handed it to a lot of people at previous events, and just it blows their mind how responsive and how well it works.
I see. And so is the PC version already on Steam, or?
Yeah, so right now it's in green light. So with green light, we kind of had to put it up there and people vote, and then every so often Steam releases some games. And now, I think the last release they did was August 1st. We weren't in that one, so we're hoping, in this next one, whether that's this week, next week, we really have no idea. They'll push it through, and as soon as they push it through, we're really close to being able to launch it for the PC. And
how many people are actually on the team that actually designed and built this?
So our team's fairly small. We have a lot of people that are kind of in and out doing some small things, but really we have one programmer, which is Matt Gold. He's amazing. He does everything that you see in the engine. Myself, I work with design, so there's two of us there. We have Jim, who's doing a lot of the art direction with backgrounds and things like that. We got Ian, who does character design. We have Bill Buckley, who does sound effects for us. And then we have, of course, Brent Black has stepped in to help us out with our music and redo the whole soundtrack. But really the actual core team is really only about 4 or 5 of us. And then we have some people that have helped throughout the project, just kind of here and there. We got 2 different guys that have come in a couple times and helped us design a couple levels and things like that. So it's a pretty small team. There's about 4 or 5 of us that are kind of in that core team.
So if this actually takes off, are you guys going to keep making games or keep developing things like a small studio? That's the hope. Right now, I know some of the team we've kind of been putting everything into this. I think there'll be a little bit of a break right when it launches, just so we can push this one out. But I think that's what we want to get to is, once this gets out, once we get it out to all the markets, is either think about maybe, Default Dan 2 or just a whole nother game and kind of, not do the whole 15 Angry Bird kind of thing. So, that's the hope. All right. That'd actually be kind of interesting because I think your guys' style is actually quite unique, at least by looking at this game, because it's definitely has an homage to older game styles, but it's definitely updating the graphics and things like that. So that would actually be kind of neat seeing what you guys could actually even go forth with if this takes off with even more money. Yeah, and that's something that, kind of talking about paying homage. We all grew up. I'm 26
1977. We all grew up with the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega, things like that. So we've kind of been looking back at, the classic games we grew up on: Donkey Kong, Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, those kind of things, and even some of the old school stuff. Like, I'm always throwing around the idea of like the 1942, flyer shooter game, and I'm just like, all right, I want to do something with that's original. So we're always down, in the basement, drawing out ideas on the whiteboards and things like that. So, we're hoping to get something just as original next time as well.
Do you guys have anything sort of in like the pipelines as a possible second game for you guys, or are you guys just really worried about this one at first?
Right now it's just been this one. Pretty much every month I'm at least at one, maybe two shows showing off the game, really pushing this, doing the interviews, doing all that kind of stuff. So really we just want to make sure we get this out first, and then, maybe in a month or so we'll take all these scratch ideas we've written down on papers and really see what we want to do.
And like Gibby had said, you guys did pretty much an homage to the history of gaming with the kind of style and the backgrounds that go on within Default Dan. And I think when it comes to the game itself, one of my favorite points are those signs, like just the little phrases that are on it. I think the little things add to it. Was this something that you guys had pre-planned before developing the game, or just something that on the fly you were like, oh, well, let's just put something there?
Well, we had the signs in the original game at Game Jam, and they were kind of supposed to be for teaching and things. And then as we started going through, we're like, you know what? What's always funny is, like, when you're playing Portal and Gladys is always heckling me and stuff, and we're like, all right, well, let's heckle with the signs. And then we started kind of jotting down stuff. We're like, you know what? Let's pull some references and change them just slightly and things like that, and kind of poke at the player. The further you go in, the more you just kind of sit and look at the signs, and you're like, shut up. I know, just shut up. So that's kind of what we were going for with a lot of those.
Yeah, there was the one sign, and I know it got Gibby last night as we were playing, because last night when we were preparing for the show tonight, we played the game side by side going through the levels. The ferry level, where we're reading the sign, and the thing popped up and just nailed us before we could even realize what was going on.
Yeah. The other sign I love is I think it's on level 2. It might be level 3. But it's a sign that has the one lonely coin, and it's like, are you sure you're going to leave this coin here? It's the only collectible one. And it gets me every time watching people on YouTube, and they're like, I know I shouldn't get it, but I must try. And they blow up, and it's hilarious.
I'm guilty for that. I was like, well, maybe this one's like you do things that you're not supposed to do, so maybe you're not supposed to get the coin, and then boom, bits of meat all over the place. One other little thing I like that you guys have thrown into the game is anytime you beat a level, Dan does the Gangnam Style.
Oh yeah, that's quite interesting.
And so we've definitely gotten flack for that, and we've seen the responses of, oh, that's so dated, whatever. When we were doing it and we were at the Game Jam, again, this is right when Gangnam Style was at its peak and stuff like that. But it's one of those things that's it's still funny, when you see it for the first time. We are looking at doing a couple dances, and so they'll kind of rotate out, and you'll see some other classic dances that'll be reminiscent of the past.
I think it's a quirky feature, because most times, if you take the old games such as like Sonic or Mario, they just run off stage after they're done. This guy kind of like just taunts you, like, hey, yeah, I did it. Screw you, hearts, cakes. Frank, is there any questions or anything you want to ask about the game?
When you were designing these levels, did you just sit down and go, what's going to piss somebody off the most? Just run with it?
We definitely did in some cases. In some cases, we're like, all right, let's think of really, really hard stuff. And when we originally started, there were some very difficult levels. You'll see some of those when you get to what we call the dark world. But, we try to figure out, and really the way we design them is we think of, all right, what's the one thing that every time you go to do, you're going to hesitate to do, and let's make you do that. And, from level 1 of that hole, the first time you ever see the hole and you jump in, you're like, oh, my God, I'm dead. And then when you don't die, you're like, oh, okay. So we tend to do that to where it's just like, all right, I'm going to make you hesitate every single time you have to do this. And that's what I think becomes, fun in the game.
Yeah, well, I know in, like, level 2, you think it's a hole you can jump down, but really you just jump into a cupcake and die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great times. So when this is actually released on Steam, I'm assuming you guys are going to charge for it?
Yeah, so again, we're hoping with Greenlight. I mean, they used to be every other Thursday, but in the last month, of course, right when we put our game up there, they kind of start getting all randomized when they're going to put it out. But when we get through Greenlight, I think right now the price point we're looking at is like $4.99 for Steam. You know, we've had a lot of people like, oh, you get more than that, but you know what, we want to make it, you know, pretty cheap, giving it out to everybody so they can play it. So we're looking at the $4.99 mark on Steam. A lot of people have asked us because they've seen the Game Grumps play it. The Danny Sex thing is going to be available in the Steam version. There'll be a secret code we're giving out to Kickstarter backers, and then we're going to kind of let them post that out if they want to, and then, you know, hopefully after a little bit after that, we might push it out if it doesn't start to make it out to the masses. And there's a couple other hidden kind of codes we're playing around with on there as well.
So you're basically just waiting. Is there anything I guess our viewers could or listeners could do in order to help you get greenlit? Yeah,
definitely. If you go to Steam Greenlight and you search for the game, we just need the little like buttons, and that's going to help us get up further in the queue. Like I said, we're in the top 50, and they tend to release about 50 each time, but it's been very even sporadic in the ones that they're selecting. So again, the more votes we can get, the higher we get, and the more it goes to their attention to pick us to be pushed through.
A couple times you've mentioned the Kickstarter. Is that still up and running, or can they still contribute to it in any means such like that?
Well, actually, currently, the Kickstarter finished up in, I think it was February, and we were totally funded. We're actually funded almost 150%, so that was great. So that's already done. We've got everything we need. So really, it's just going to be once we get through Steam, we'll have it available, and then we'll let everybody jump out there and start getting it. You know, even if we're stuck in Steam, we're going to push forward with the mobile platforms. So what we're trying to do is we're looking to have a free version, probably have ads or something like that in it. And then I think what we've kind of discussed right now is $1.99 will get rid of those ads for you for all the different mobile platforms.
Very nice.
See. Have you guys ever experimented with using like a different main character?
We've definitely a lot of people have asked, you know, can you play as the princess and things like that. We've thrown around some ideas. So what we kind of discussed is maybe, you know, if everything goes well, maybe we do a 2 and you play as either your buddy, or maybe you play as the princess, and we, you know, mess around with some other stuff. So yeah, right now for the particular version, we haven't really messed with the idea specific to it, but you know, maybe it's some downloadable content in the near future.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool. Gibby, any more questions?
No.
Awesome. Frank, I know you're over there in Iowa still playing the game. That's probably why you've been on mute for a while.
Pretty much.
Well, Gibby was doing good. It's weird hearing him be serious, though.
Yes.
Always is.
Yeah, our viewers are probably like, who is this new guy? Who's this Gibby guy?
But, no, a question I have to ask, and I think it's just going to be my staple interview question. But, Britt, what's your favorite Pokemon?
You know what? I grew up playing the red and the blue. And you know what? I really like Charizard from the beginning.
Good man. Good man. Always choose Charmander. Always.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as for me, I'm also all out of questions. I think this has been an awesome time here with Britt. As like he said, and check out Steam. Get on there. Get this greenlit. Get it out to the masses. We want to thank you so much for being a part of the show. You're more than welcome to hang around. Things might get a little weird at this point. Gibby will go back to being normal.
What? Never.
Totally your call. But thank you again so much for coming on. And if you want, just one more time, give us a rundown of what we can do to get Default Dan into the hands of users as quick as possible.
Definitely. So what you need to do, just go to Steam, go to the Greenlight section, search for Default Dan. It's going to pop up, and just sign in and give it a like. That's going to help us get up the numbers on Steam, and then we can get pushed through Greenlight. Once we get through that, we're ready to give it to you guys.
Awesome stuff. And when you catch the archive session here on fanboysanonymous.com, we'll also post a link down there with all the stuff and the direct link to the Default Dan website itself. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, it's totally cool if you hang around. We're going to run into sports next.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay. No problem.
All right, let's take a look. Where's one day I'll figure out the soundboard. Time for sports.
About sports. You follow sports?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Dace Man to start talking to you about things he doesn't really know much about. And, of course, there's only two sports going on right now that we cover here on the Dace Man Show, and that's baseball and NFL. And since 2 out of 3 of us actually follow the NFL, let's take a look at preseason week 1, which is in the books.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
In the books.
In the books.
Close.
So let's take a look at the scores. Of course, Google does not like to participate with me very well.
The Vikings won.
Woo.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was Raiders, so.
How'd they pull that one off?
Luck and magic.
Paid the refs off,
it's magic.
Paid them refs off.
It was surprisingly a good-looking team, though, for rebuilding and confusion.
Hey, it's your third string. Everyone knows it.
But Castle played the first drive, and surprisingly, it looked fantastic.
That's better than what Foles did. Picked twice.
He was benched, and Bridgewater took over for the rest of the half, and he looked sloppy. But he is a rookie, so.
I see. Well, I got the scores because the internet cooperated with the Dace Man.
Good, I'm stealing time by speaking.
Thank God, because I don't know. You guys were talking about like birdies and tennis and 4 and go. Anyway, Thursday,
football.
August 7th, we saw the Colts fall to the Jets 10-13. The 49ers fall to the Ravens 3-23. The Redskins trumped the Patriots 23-06. I remembered I wasn't going to say that name. So the team that we may not mention beat the Patriots. It's funny if I said the team we may not mention beat the Redskins. Anyway, the Chiefs, Andy Reid, beat the Bengals 41-39. The Broncos beat the Seahawks 21-16, and the San Diego Chargers beat the Cowboys 27-7 on Thursday Night Football. Over to Friday, we saw the Falcons beat the Dolphins 16-10. The Panthers lose to the Bills. That's the only one that's not stupid NFL.com. The Bills beat the Panthers 20-18. The Buccaneers fell to the Jaguars 10-16. The Eagles fell to the Bears. 28-34. The Raiders fell to the Vikings. That game was only 6-10.
Yeah. What's wrong with it? Still won. Still counts.
Okay.
What were you hoping for? Like 57-23? What?
Yes.
Okay.
The Saints beat the Rams 26-24. On to Saturday football. The Browns fell to the Lions 12-13. At least both of them got double digits. Steelers.
Hey, the Vikings got double digits, all right? That's
barely. They got the first double digit.
Yeah. And one of them was a 0.
Yeah. My God, their score combined didn't even equal like half these scores on here. I don't know. I don't know anything about football. Steelers fell to the Giants 16-20. Packers fell to the Titans 16-20. And the Texans drew a big bagel in a 32-0 loss against the Cardinals. And that was preseason week 1. Up on tonight, the next game that we will be seeing will be that's not tonight. Is that tonight? That's not tonight.
There might be a game tonight.
Probably tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow. The Jacksonville Jaguars will take on the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
There you go. I thought you guys were going to leave me hanging.
I planned on it.
It's the only game tomorrow night on ESPN.
Yeah.
Eagles will square up against the Patriots, and just because Frank is a Vikings fan, they will take on the Cardinals on Saturday at 8:30. So I'm not going to go through the entire schedule. We'll go through the scores next week.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Eagles do better. Can't believe Foles got picked off twice. God.
It's the first game of his first full season.
And it's still preseason, so it doesn't really matter.
And I say that because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You don't know crap.
Hey, that's hurtful. To the sport that I know stuff about, Major League Baseball. The Baltimore Orioles are leading the American League East and are trailed by the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 6.5 games behind. In the American League Central, the Kansas City Royals are at the top of their division, but only a half a game behind are the Detroit Tigers. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics are still atop, being trailed by the Angels, 3.5 games behind them. And when it comes to the wild card for the American League, the Angels are 5.5 games ahead, so they're in. And currently, the Detroit Tigers and the Mariners are fighting for the second wild card spot. I keep forgetting that they did that.
Yeah, there we go.
To the National League. The Brewers, as they have been this entire season, are dominating the NL Central with 66 wins, 54 losses. They're being trailed by the Pirates, who are a game and a half behind. Arg. In the National League West, the Dodgers are on top of their division by 5.5 games, and behind them are the San Francisco Giants. In the National League East, the division that me and Gibby care about, that nobody else in the world does, the Nationals are number one, 64 wins, 53 losses. Trailing them by 5 games is the Atlanta Braves. Behind them is the Marlins, then the Mets, and then our Philadelphia Phillies. Not really the fighting Phillies anymore. They're more like the fainting Phillies.
They're just, we showed up today, Phillies.
Yeah. We still got that guy, Howard, you know. He's here. Everybody loves him. We're trying to fire him. Even us, we don't even want to bite that check. When it comes to the wild card, the Pirates haven't secured, but they have the first spot with a game and a half ahead of everybody else.
Let's go, Pirates.
And the Cardinals are fighting with the Giants for the second spot, and the Braves are 2.5 games behind all three teams. So the National League is not nearly as impressive as the American League. And again,
yeah, you ain't kidding. Speaks best over here in the National League.
But the Phillies are 10 games behind in the wild card. Anything could happen.
Why did the bananas explode?
That's actually the scary thing.
Yes, why do the bananas explode, Frank? That is very prophetic.
It's a deep thing. Shut up. No.
Obviously, we forced Frank to default, Dan. He's still playing. And getting his ass kicked by bananas. BANANAS. So,
bananas.
With that being said, you know what time it is, Gibby. Actually, one more piece of sports news. I almost forgot because you'll find out why in celebrity news. Tony Stewart.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that.
In a drag. Yeah, I watched the video. It was weird. First of all, the guy shouldn't have got out of his car.
First of all,
in the middle of the fucking track.
When it comes to man versus vehicle, man does not always win.
Not always.
Teach him not to play in the.
He thought this time he was going to be safe. Okay.
I just play with traffic. All right.
I can't get over that he was going after the car. Granted, Tony Stewart's in the wrong too because he shouldn't have gunned it like he did. But
I don't think he gunned it. It didn't look like he gunned it at all.
He didn't?
No. The course is so small, and you're in a mud track like that. You have no traction. I don't see any fault at all into him. But yet people are just going off that he's a hothead.
Well, I think he does have a history of being a hothead.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's fine. But, I mean, he went around the circle. There's a car in front of him. Who the hell expects somebody to be on the track?
Who decides to fight a car?
And it was poorly lit, too. I mean, it looked dark, according to the video.
And they're weird cars.
They're what's called cars. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. My whole question with it is whether or not you could, if the actual yellow flag was thrown. It's not clear whether or not there was a yellow flag actually given out.
To slow the drivers down?
Yeah.
I don't know about any racing.
So, I mean, that would be my only question.
But even with the caution flag, though, they're still moving at pretty good speed. The only time they'd stop is if it was a red flag.
No, normally they kill it pretty. I mean, they're not like they slow down a lot in order to actually.
They could still be going like 30, which is still fast for you to get hit by.
Yeah, I agree, but it would have been a lot easier for him to dodge. I feel like.
And he got caught under the tire. I think that's what did him in.
Yeah, that's because the back tires are
sucked in, and then it's a very graphic video. I'm really surprised it was not taken down.
Well, a lot of it is the fact that the back tire is slightly elongated, basically. You know what I mean?
No, because I don't know.
It's big.
Oh, it's big. Okay.
It's bigger than the front tire, so...
Frank put it in words that I got.
Okay. F you.
I got you, boo.
Thank you.
Got you, boo. Don't worry.
You know what time it is, Gibby?
No, what time is it?
Time for Weird News.
Gibby! That's it.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Boy, it did. First up, craziness in North County this past weekend.
And is that in Florida?
No, it's in California. But why do you always think it's Florida?
It's always
Florida.
All right, Jesus.
I feel like you go to ABC 7 in Florida just to look for stories.
Can't help the fact that people down there are crazy. Now, this one is North County, California. Now, California's a big state. Don't know where it's at.
I was the north.
You would say that, but it could be south, and they're just idiots. You have no idea. They're Californians. Anyway, a crash between two big rigs happened on Interstate 15 and left hundreds of unripe lemons everywhere, making it a very sour commute for all the drivers.
Oh man, Gibby was right.
What?
North County's a San Diego area.
Score!
Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. Not that but me.
Exactly. A 61-year-old driver in his 2005 Peterbilt, I guess that's the name of a truck, I have no idea, told officers he was traveling at about 55 miles an hour when the unthinkable happened. He dropped his coffee.
His coffee.
You know, he had to stop everything, like paying attention to the road, and bend over and pick it up.
I've done that. Not
when he looked up, he didn't see the moving truck in front of him because he was too busy trying to clean off his coffee.
Well, if it was really hot, maybe his crotch was on fire.
It might have been. You never idea.
His crotch was on fire.
So he apparently, tells me what town it's in. It's in San Bernardino. Of course, that's south. Anyway,
what? You say that like everybody knows what you just said.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. San Bernardino is right outside of Los Angeles.
All right, Ralph.
And he basically jackknifed, and then he lost his load, basically. His load of lemons. All over the place.
I'm a person.
All over the highway.
All right, move on before this gets dirty.
It already did.
It was heading that way, I could tell.
All right, guys. I got a question.
7.
How does the chicken cross the road?
Shotgun?
Jetpack?
An Oregon resident called 911 dispatchers to report that there was a chicken crossing the road.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's something we would do, but go on.
In Lincoln County, wherever in the world Lincoln County is.
Looking it up.
And was causing traffic basically to slow down because he was taking way too effing long to get to the other side.
Indiana.
So apparently the phone call went like this. Hi, this is actually not a practical call. But there is a chicken trying to cross the road in Linton.
To get to the other side. To get to the other side.
Yes. It's really trying to go into the middle of the road, the caller replied. I had to slow down and almost complete stop in order not to hit this apparently suicidal chicken.
Is it legal to kill a chicken and take it home in the state of Indiana? That's all I'm calling for. I'm hungry.
I have no idea. Officers responded to the situation but could not find said bird.
They sent a SWAT team. It's going to take every man we got.
It says officers. So they obviously had to send more than one.
It's going to take every man.
Now we're going to go to the Swiss guys. Swiss tourists. Apparently, 3 married couples were issued citations for
being Swiss?
For having sex in their van.
Down by the river?
Down by the river.
So they got tickets for not wearing their seatbelt.
Oh, what? That's what they got in trouble for?
Of course that's what they got in trouble for. They also got in trouble for apparently being drunk. But the main thing was the driver wasn't drunk. So I guess the citation to being drunk, I guess it's drunk in public.
How did they not get indecency in public, or like
maybe they were sexy?
It says rather than caution them for public indecency, the officer decided to fine each of them $200 which I assume is euros, which is about $270.
No ease. They have to pay an Internet Explorer
for not wearing their seatbelt. The Swiss couples willingly accepted to pay the penalty.
I flipped shit. The car is parked.
They have to spend 200 hours on Internet Explorer.
So hold on, was the car parked?
It says there's a driver, and the driver wasn't drunk or swerving. So I'm going to I'm going to assume they're driving.
Did they interrupt an episode of Bang Bus?
They may have. It may have been a Bang Bus in Switzerland. I mean, what happens nowadays?
Guess maybe he couldn't prove the sex was happening. Might have smelled like sex, but
Right. Well, if they're having sex, they're probably completely naked. I'm assuming.
Well, who would do that in a van does not have tinted windows?
First off, how the fuck do three couples? That's 6 people inside a van.
Well, maybe it's a party van.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. That's a party van.
You remember the van that I had when I was a kid?
You think you could have 3
people in that? Yeah.
Having sex.
There was a chessboard in that friggin' thing. And that seat that would turn into a bed. It was a hippie's van.
Oh man, what happened to that?
I don't know. I'd totally drive that now. I totally squandered that when I was 12.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Hello, they have a van.
The things we could have done with that van. Damn it.
What do you mean we? You ain't gonna get in that van. I don't want no birds in my vehicle.
Squawk! Squawk! No!
And that's when it gets weird.
Very much.
Yeah, I got weird like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, it's been weird. So, Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Florida, finally.
I think I just signed out of the studio.
Business owners in a busy corridor of Melbourne are complaining about zombies.
Like bath salt zombies, or like Norman Reedus is going to F you up zombies?
We call them walkers, says Melina Champion, who works nearby.
Norman Reedus.
Walkers. They look like they are on drugs, like they're zombies, just walking around asking people for money.
You mean homeless people? Wow, that's really insulting. Is this Florida? Did you say this was Florida?
Yes, of course it's Florida.
There's these people. They want money.
It makes us uncomfortable as well. Just to even go outside on our breaks.
They smell bad, and they're hungry, and they're down on their luck.
So apparently the problem has been going on for a couple of months. Dozens of calls have been placed about the loiters and aggressive panhandlers.
And they call them zombies or walkers?
They call them zombies and walkers. Call them both. depending upon how they feel that day.
And I call you all elitist snobs who watch too much TV.
Kidding. Oh, man. So apparently, they're getting in trouble for sitting on the sidewalks and sitting on benches.
They're called sidewalks for a reason.
Yeah, we don't put those benches there for people to sit on. Hell's wrong with you homeless people? Go home.
It's just for scenery. It's just to look good.
So it's about 4 to 6 people are saying in the Twin Oaks Plaza, calling it an ongoing issue with zombies.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying, it's, some people are...
I would go down there and arrest the people calling. Like, you're seriously wasting my time with homeless people. There's homeless people all over the place. It's a bad thing, and we should probably help them more. Stop calling us about them.
You ain't kidding, man.
Nothing I can do, and don't try to shoot them in the head. They're not really zombies.
They're zombies, man. They're zombies. You got to watch out, though. Got to watch out. And my last story for you guys, last one. See where this is. Does it even tell me where it's at? It says Forest Hill, but I don't know what state we're in.
Well, part of it's really bad.
It's London. It's in London. Oh, God.
Oh, come on!
This one's great. You all have the clip?
Shut up.
Aw.
Just shut up.
Yeah, he says, no, no.
A 50-year-old man died after he got a vibrator stuck up his anus.
I'm out.
And left it in too long before seeking a medical attention because he was embarrassed. Southwark Coroner's Court heard it took Miguel Willis 5 days to muster up the courage to get help after accidentally lodging a dildo inside himself last year.
How do you accidentally do that? Did he give a story?
Well, I'm for my car keys, and
I bent over, and then my buddy thought it was funny to goose you, but he doesn't get the concept that he just rammed it up there.
It doesn't actually say, but it says basically Mr. Willis, who lives in Forest Hill with his mother, 50 years old.
What?
Was taken to Lewisham Hospital in December, but succumbed to his injuries in February this year, despite having the vibrator removed. The sex object had pierced his bowels, which led him to suffer septic shock.
He waited 2 months?
No, it took him 5 days before he mustered the courage to actually go get help. But then he suffered for basically 2 months before he died.
Oh, he's dead?
He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. You get a vibrator stuck up there, man, you're gone.
How?
So, my only question is,
was it on?
5 days. He got stuck up in there. Well, oh, God, I don't even want to think about that. He got stuck up there for 5 days. That means in those 5 days, there's no way he could have taken a shit.
Yeah, I can't. It takes...
I'm just saying. And how come you couldn't just... Well, I guess maybe I'm an idiot, but why couldn't you just push it out? Like you're taking a shit.
I don't... That doesn't... What?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I am not,
What did he do for those 5 days? Just lay in bed and hope to God it wouldn't move?
Exactly. He was embarrassed. Said he was too embarrassed to seek medical attention.
And, what do you,
All right, after, an hour, it doesn't come out. What the fuck, man?
After, 5 minutes.
After a day, how long are you going to let it sit up in there?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't put one near it, but I'm just saying, if something happened to get stuck in my butt, I think 30 seconds, I'd be, the friggin' hotline. There is something stuck in me, get it out.
There's something in me that shouldn't be.
Yes.
Help me!
What is it, sir? It's an object. It doesn't matter what it is. You just need to get it out.
Save me, please.
You know what? You can have your little 5-minute chuckle with your friend. Just get it out of me right now.
I don't understand. I don't know. I guess it's possible to use on yourself, but how in the world,
how do you give the eulogy? All right, well, Miguel was such a great guy.
Such a great father and all, except he had one little unfortunate incident, which we don't have to talk about. It's the problem that no one would never say.
Ultimately,
life of natural causes.
Yeah, life fucked him. Fucked him hard to the point where he just couldn't take it. And, shit happens inside him. That's
got to be so embarrassing, though.
I think it's more embarrassing that he died from it, rather than show up at the hospital and say, "Look, I did something stupid. Humans are stupid. This is what humans do. Get it out of me." He instead left it there for 5 days, and then 2 months later, he is now the guy in the Huffington Post that we are talking about on Weird News with Gibby.
Yes.
You gotta love it.
Famous for oh my God! And that was your last story?
That was.
Oh God, I can't believe that. That's a shitty note to end on.
There's shit everywhere.
Oh, hold on! Don't you be kidding me? Don't you do this? Don't you do this to me?
There's shit everywhere! Damn it! There's shit on the windows! Oh my God! My house is full of shit! He's shit everywhere!
You would think in the 60 episodes that we have done this, I would get good at the soundboard. No, not the case.
You would actually almost have to think, though, after they removed it from him, and for being there 5 days, he had to be loose. That
is one big pile of shit.
It's probably just flowing out, man. Flowing.
Because I rip my pants.
Did I do good with those sound bites?
Exactly.
So, with that being said, on the shitty note that we ended with, it's time for Frank's Corner. I have music for every segment we have, but we still do not have music for Frank.
I know.
That's hilarious. I'm thinking I should come up with one, but
You're going to probably get a generic one next week. And by that, I mean in like 2 months.
Here, I'll get one.
It's Frank's Corner. That's really fitting, considering what I'm doing.
You keep dying playing default, Dan?
Yeah, I'm on level 9 now, and I don't know
how to... So Frank's Corner will be interrupted with many swear words.
Yes, you're not kidding.
That's the first one.
All right, I'll pause the game and
Thank
internet.
Because you're going to pause your life.
That was a tough one.
So, I decided again for this week's corner that we should play another rousing game of Name That Race. For the record books, literally. For
the record, I know that we keep doing the record books. The majority of races were all Caucasian. Again, white people do. Is Gibby's guy going to show up?
What?
The
longest time without
in your ass?
Yeah, or not taking a shit.
It might.
Or most embarrassing death in the world. Although Miguel sounds Spanish.
Miguel.
I don't think it was with an Nigel, so I think it was. If I had to take a guess, I would have said South American, but
or British because he's from London.
No, he's not British.
Why you gotta hate?
All right, British people don't do anything cool like that.
Okay, so the first record is the greatest distance traveled with a pool cue balanced on chin.
Caucasian.
Balanced on chin. There's no way it's
Caucasian female.
No, that has to be a Korean. What? Has to be.
No, it is. It is
Korean. All right, next.
As long
you have to say anything. It's Korean. We all know that one. God, who else bounces things on their freaking chin?
Caucasian females. Have you not? You went to Cirque du Soleil.
And they're all Korean.
No, they're not.
I don't pay attention to what they look
I don't see race. I'm just yelling at nationalities.
Exactly.
Well, it was an American.
All right.
Done in Jamaica. Now, I don't know if this picture is actually him because his name is
So dude.
Ashrita.
I was way off.
Well, I don't know if this is the real picture.
Well, I said it was a dude. You said he's from Jamaica.
Jamaica, Homana, oh, I wanna, gonna, oh, I, oh, No.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gibby Sings.
The fuck are you on?
He was trying to do Kokomo and just
Shut up, man. It was close enough.
I'll tell you what, Ghana is not in the Kokomo song.
Shh, don't tell me that. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay.
No, you're wrong.
The heaviest aircraft pulled by a man.
Big fat.
I'm gonna go with 3 pounds.
Wait.
No, you're not guessing the size of
We're not guessing the plane.
No, that counts. It counts.
All right, well,
Okay.
that's his.
The plane weighs 416 pounds.
Well, you're way off.
416. Nah, you're lying.
Oh.
What kind of plane is that?
Wow. I'm going to say it's definitely a fairly large man. We're going to go Caucasian again.
That's not a race, man.
Irish.
Chicken. I'm thinking it's a chicken. I'm sticking with chicken.
He's a Canadian because they have nothing but.
Oh, I should have known. I was right with white.
No.
Same guy has the record for heaviest vehicle pulled too.
Yeah, I figured it was one of those strongmen dudes.
It doesn't count, man.
His
What?
name
You
is
said
Kevin.
chicken.
Chicken is right, though. I'm telling
It
you.
was nowhere close.
It's got to be the chicken.
You're more entertaining outside your segment.
Oh, go suck one. Go suck on one.
Okay, the highest bicycle bunny hop.
2 feet. And it was done by
4 feet.
a... Let me think. It's got to be somebody small. So I'm thinking African-American.
Japanese.
Spanish.
Damn it!
Benito Ros Charles. Charles?
No, you're lying.
Probably fairly
You're lying.
limited.
You're lying.
Churro? It's delicious.
Yeah, I would do this one, but no, never mind. I'm gonna skip that one.
It's that white guy
Do
from
it.
London.
It was a chicken. It was a chicken.
What?
It was a llama.
Chicken?
A llama. It was a llama.
A chicken.
You know, none of these records are for animals.
Oh, it's a race.
There
though.
actually was one that was. I skipped the dog one.
Damn it!
And he would have been like, it was a Norwegian.
Could have been. You have no
Kind
idea.
of creepy. The largest
True.
collection of gnomes and pixies.
Gibby.
Oh, gnomes and pixies. We got this. I'm gonna go with German.
Close.
Scottish.
Ish. British.
Oh, come on!
And Atkins.
What's that last one? I did say
I
guy.
love how that keeps happening to you.
Largest
Great
collection
time for
of
that
masks.
clip. You know.
Largest that's Gibby.
Of what was it?
Largest collection of masks.
No, it's got to be somebody freaky. Freaky as anything. Got to be Vietnam.
Or you.
Vietnamese.
Or you.
Go ahead. I'm right. Don't worry. Vietnamese. Next.
German.
Oh, come on! Are you just picking nationalities after I say them?
That doesn't count. There's no way that's true.
How? Why?
'Cause I said so. Go. Next.
Da, 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 da. The Rock says.
That's right.
Okay.
The Rock says something happened.
Gibby.
Huh. The record for 3 contortionists in a box duration. So the longest time 3 contortionists in a box. Because
Well, it's
that's
gotta
where
be
you want to spend your Saturday.
3 people who like themselves a lot. So I'm gonna go with Chinese.
Japanese triplets.
No, New Zealand.
Damn it!
Where the heck is that at?
It's next to Old Zealand. Duh. He's Googling Old Zealand.
I am. Where? It's in an ocean. What?
Oh my god.
Sorry. What happened?
Hey, there we go.
I hear
Sorry,
him clicking. He's trying to find more records.
No.
No,
No.
the computer is being difficult. Longest
you sure?
basketball shot.
Ooh.
I feel like this just opened up for a stereotype.
It does. It does. And
I'm going to go with
Mexican.
Asian.
No.
Right?
It was a black man.
Damn it!
Oh, God, no way.
I was giving you guys that one.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be that guy.
His name is Corey Sunder Law.
Corey's not an African-American name.
Yeah, it is. Dude, we went to elementary school with a Corey.
And
really
it was a girl. It was a girl.
You're thinking there was more than one Corey in school.
Really? You sure about that?
Yeah. I don't want to say his last name because I doubt he'd want to be associated with this show, but...
Why? We're such a great show. People should be honored that we said their names.
No. I usually get a cease and desist letter.
Oh, well, don't tell anybody that. You're right.
For the fastest time to drink a bottle of ketchup.
Gimme!
2 minutes.
Some stupid white guy.
32.37 seconds.
Oh, we were guessing time?
Yeah.
No, we're guessing the race, but Gibby keeps wanting to guess the record.
I'm thinking it took them 30 seconds.
He just told us how long it took.
Oh, so close, man. See, I'm good at this. And I'm going to go with, it had to be I'm going to go with Argentinian.
High school stoner.
German.
Damn it!
All right, I'm just going to say.
But that didn't rule out, was he a high school stoner?
It didn't say.
I win.
It doesn't really give a background on these people, like, oh, they went to school for a while, married their cousin, nothing like that.
This guy was high, decided to drink a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah, all of these are like German.
Well, spoiler alert.
In German. This one doesn't actually say. Oh, yeah, that was German again.
How about this world record? Most times named douchebag of the week.
I'm going to go with
German.
Greek.
You're Greek?
I think I just wandered into German world records because these are all German.
Well, it's
all
German.
I think
German.
you may have stumbled upon like Adolf Hitler's world records or something.
Fastest completion of Resident Evil 4.
That's a thing?
And it was done by Robert Brandl of Germany.
Probably.
Fastest motorcycle wheelie on a tightrope.
Well,
Johnny Traber of Germany.
There's really nothing to do in Germany.
Jesus.
That is true. There is literally nothing.
Highest data transmission rate over hollow core optical fiber. Whatever, it was done in Germany.
What kind of fiber? What kind of fiber? Say it again.
I don't remember.
Say it again.
I don't remember.
Say it.
Hollow core optical? Why is that a giggle?
Sucker.
Why is that a giggle?
Because it made you say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
Doesn't work with you.
Golden tennis grand slam, female. It's not German.
Serena, so I'm going to assume she's got to be like what? Mexican?
No.
She's a Mexican, really?
No, what the fuck? No, she is German. You lied to me.
Anna Kournikova?
No, her name was Steph.
Pretty sure she's Russian anyway.
Fastest wheel change on a car. From
Damn it.
That's got to be Mexican.
Fastest time to type a text message on a mobile phone while performing head spins.
I wish you would have
Tween female.
Think of the most obscure thing you can do. And it was fucking Germany. Benedict Mordstein.
All right. So is that their whole entire goal in that country is to get on world records?
All of the records. All of the records.
All the records. All the records.
Fastest time to solve a Rubik's Cube. Sebastian Weir of Germany.
Really? I was actually going to go with Korean on that one.
You know, this was going to be a fun segment until Germany decided we're doing everything.
Man.
Everything. I need a new category. How
about...
Okay.
We got 4 categories here. Speed, size, dedication, and extraordinary.
Extraordinary. Go.
I did a lot of those actually already.
All right. Speed.
And they were all German.
So
no, the hairiest teenager.
Gibby. Hairiest teenager.
Dude, that guy had facial hair in elementary school.
Man, you don't have to tell people that.
I'm telling you, I got kindergarten pictures, and he's got chin hairs.
I'll give you a hint. It's a girl.
What?
What? No.
I'm going to stick with Gibby. Final answer.
I'm going to have to go with girl.
Yep.
So where are they got very hairy women at?
I don't know if I really want to see this picture.
I gave you guys the link for some reason. So actually,
that's not a girl.
Spoiled it.
That's a werewolf
from Thailand.
What? No,
how did it happen? Like,
I don't know.
Did she just decide that one day she decided, I want to grow a beard?
No, it's not a beard. It's
a
face.
The hair. It's actually hardly even on her beard, where her beard would beard if there was a beard to beard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why?
It's pretty obvious what happened there, guys.
Like, I want to know why it happened.
You're making fun of some woman with a deformity.
I'm not making fun of her. I want to know how it happened.
She forgot that she was a female.
Like, it doesn't say why. Like, I can't even grow a full
genetic
beard.
disorder. Or...
Yeah, I can't even grow a full beard. I've got these like weird spots that just like hair's never gonna go.
Hair's never gonna go.
They're like landing strips. So I don't understand how that would happen. And kind of looks evil. All right, sorry, I digress.
Go carry on. You're having a good one.
No, I digress.
The fastest half marathon pushing a pram, a stroller?
Pushing a stroller. All right, so this has to be a guy.
He looks like a guy.
Italian.
I thought we were going Italian too.
No, American.
Right.
Nancy.
No.
Nancy. Her name's Nancy.
Man, she's got probs. She's got some probs.
What are you? What?
What?
Stop trying to short words.
I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Guys.
Chisel my nipples.
What? Okay. Fastest mile on a pogo stick while
on a
juggling.
Pogo stick. This is easy.
It's Jameson, the juggler.
Japanese.
See what I did there? Jameson.
Yeah.
Remember last year, guys, when we went to the Renaissance Fair and we had turkey steaks and Jameson?
I know exactly where you were going with it. I was just
Thank you for backing me up.
I just chose to ignore, okay?
I enjoyed it. I thought he was funny.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Too late, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Don't worry about it.
My brain works a little slower than yours. Plus, I think somebody's bombing Iowa. I keep hearing explosion type noises.
You're probably experiencing what's called a tornado. Do not end your segment early to run away from it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
You've got commitments.
You do. You have major commitments.
Actually, and I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there's a movie coming out about a storm.
I want to see it.
It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It just looks utterly terrible.
It kind of reminds me of, like, Twister.
What?
Like, I love, like, movies. I'm digressing. But I love movies like Twister, Volcano, Dante's.
Oh, so you like Sharknado.
I thought it was
Sharknado.
going to be like Twister 2, but it's not.
It's got the woman from Walking Dead, right? Lori?
Yes.
I actually want to see that because for some reason, disaster movies always, I find them interesting, regardless of how bad they are. I always watch them. Freaking Kurt Angle was in Sharknado 2 with a terrible New Yorker accent. He's from Pittsburgh. He really didn't need to make an accent.
Yeah, it's
okay.
The broken freaking neck.
To end my segment, I'm giving you guys a choice of.
Chicken.
I found the 10 craziest people to claim to be God, and I can go over that.
I might be on that list.
Or I can just go over the world's most expensive virginities.
Expensive virginities, go.
Do you want to know about God or virginities?
Well, I'm on the other list, so it's not as fun.
Yeah,
virginity list?
No, yeah.
Okay, so what was the vote?
I'm going to disagree with anyone you say on that other list.
All right, I will too.
So go with the virgins, so I can get angry about how people would actually buy something like that.
Okay, so you don't want to know about the Florida native that tells police he's God and asks them to cut off his penis? You don't want to know about that?
Well, he's not a god if he would do that.
Yeah, he's not a god. I mean, if you're a god, you're obviously doing it for the vagina.
If he was a god, he'd smack the police with it.
That's right.
Okay. So we'll talk about people selling their virginity. The first one is Kathy Cobblerson. She was 24 from Texas.
Texas?
Wait, these are people who actually did sell it?
I
think so, yes.
I'm trying to see if it actually She placed an auction on eBay for $100,000.
Only 100,000. Oh, she must have been ugly.
Isn't that prostitution?
Well,
That's
depends on what state you're talking about.
Every state. It's soliciting sex.
No, it's selling virginity, not sex.
Yeah, it's selling a commodity.
How do you acquire said virginity?
Commodity, okay.
Anyway, so how about Rosie Reed? In 2004, 18-year-old Rosie from a place.
Battle Creek, Michigan.
Sure, Battle Creek, Michigan. Yep, that's definitely where she's from, not London. Nope, I didn't say that. I mean, she sold her body to a bidder, a 44-year-old BT engineer. I don't know why it has to point out he's a divorced man, but he's divorced, who paid a reported 8,400 euros.
Okay.
Why?
She already had a lesbian lover, but I guess she just needed a good dickin'. I don't know.
And how does he prove it?
How does he prove what?
That she's a virgin.
I guess if blood comes out.
That does not sound worth paying 80,000 euro for.
I have a question. Do they pay before or after?
I don't know how this works. All right.
I would imagine before, only because.
Priscilla Yatako.
Yo, so you want my taco?
Priscilla, model from Peru, was responsible for her mother's medical bills and had to support her younger brothers. So she decided, in an unprecedented move, to sell her virginity to the highest bidder. She auctioned her V card for $1,300,000.
No.
Did anyone actually
And she's
buy
number
it?
9?
She's number 7.
No.
I don't think this is necessarily in order.
Okay, because if it was getting higher.
Or maybe it is.
Oh, God.
Natalie Dillon, in 2008, 22-year-old Natalie received a bid of. You ready for this? Ready for this?
I don't know if I want to hear this one.
I'm gonna stab you.
$3.7 million.
And why?
Million after auctioning her virginity through Moonlight Ranch to fund her master's degree.
Are these people dead?
Would buy that?
Were they murdered immediately afterwards?
Maybe Natalie was for real, but the whole thing did seem strange. If a girl was really going to hold out until 22 to lose her virginity, would she be the type to sell it to the highest bidder in a nationally publicized auction?
Yeah.
That's just the caption I put underneath it.
I want to meet the guy that bought it so I can hit him.
Alina Persia. In 2009, 18-year-old Alina from Romania auctioned her virginity so she could pay for her computing degree. She received 8,800 euros from an Italian man. The 45-year-old man paid for her trip to Venice. She even went through 2 medical exams to prove that she's still a virgin before the big event.
All right,
she proved it.
Yeah, I guess.
She got the Carfax.
Still wouldn't pay for it.
She got the Carfax, yeah.
The Carfax.
Oh, God.
Now we have Rafila Fico. Rafila?
I really
Yeah.
to say Rafiki from Lion King.
She 20-year-old Italian model and the star of Big Brother Italy in 2008. She put up her V card for auction to buy a house in Rome and to pay for acting classes. She swore she'd never had a boyfriend. Vico promised to drop her panties for $1.8 million. She said, if I don't like him, I'll just have a glass of wine and forget about it. If somebody's going to pay you $1.8 million, it could be the grossest motherfucker you've ever seen, and you're shut up and do it.
It could be Gibby.
It could be Gibby.
Could be. How do you know I didn't buy her?
Because you don't have. If you had that kind of money, we wouldn't be doing a podcast every Wednesday.
Well, you never know.
And your stupid ass would have bragged about it by now.
Fuck me. Hey guys, I paid $1.3 billion for this virginity.
In 2010, a poor New Zealand student who's only known by her pseudonym Unigirl successfully auctioned her virginity to help pay for her university fees. After receiving 1,200 bids, she accepted an offer for $32,000, which she said was way beyond what I dreamed.
I got her through college?
No, it's not. There's no way. Probably helped for like
That
a
was
semester.
like a year, yeah.
Well, this was on CBS News, but the photo's gone because it doesn't have a photo of her. And the last virgin seller it has here is Katrina Migliorini.
Sure.
In 2012, a Brazilian student sold her virginity for. I'm actually just reading quick to see if this was actually somebody paid this. Because I think the $1 million ones are just like they put it up for that, but nobody paid it. I don't think. But anyway,
were raped and murdered afterwards.
Yeah.
Staggering $780,000. After she put it up for auction online, a man named Natsu from Japan fended off strong competition from 2 American bidders and an Indian big spender to secure a date with 20-year-old Katrina.
That was just to secure a date? That's not even debt in the view card?
She insisted she is not a prostitute and that she's only doing this to make a positive impact on the world by raising money to build homes for poverty-stricken families in her hometown.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I will give up Gibby's virginity for $2.
The physical education student has
That's all
sparked
worth to you, Dave.
controversy by having an Australian film crew follow her every move for a documentary called Virgins Wanted.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, right?
I hate you, Frank. Sometimes these things really depress me.
You're not kidding, man.
Why are you hating?
Because you depress us.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Go back to playing default dance.
Yeah, really. Jesus Christ.
There's a video. She's actually, she's not terribly bad looking. I mean, not like, $750,000, but here guys, have this.
No, I don't want to look at your stuff.
I'm not looking at it.
It's time for celebrity news.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
What the hell?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Fight my shiny metal ass. Yapping! And here we go.
Oh.
And it's time for celebrity news. First story we have up for you: Jason Momoa.
Who?
He was the big Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He is the new AquaMan.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's serious.
Stepping up his career.
He is Aquaman in Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Really?
Yes.
I would not. Okay.
He was just announced. It was his birthday. Not his birthday.
What's his birthday? Not a holiday. It was just his birthday.
What?
I don't know. Go ahead. Next.
Segueing from birthday, it's time for birthdays.
Let's say it's your birthday.
August 7th saw Pittsburgh Penguin Sidney Crosby.
Ooh, Crosby.
Not Danny DeVito?
No. And Charlize Theron celebrated a birthday. On August 8th, Roger Federer, Dustin Hoffman celebrated birthdays.
Interesting.
On August 9th, Sam Elliott.
He sucks.
They call him the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
You love the Ghost Rider movie. You just said that guy sucks?
Oh, fuck. Don't worry. They all get paid too much money. Except
Deion Sanders and Anna Kendrick also celebrated a birthday on the 9th. And if she was still alive, so would Whitney Houston. Whitney. Last year? 2 years ago?
No,
I think it's been a while. I just want to say it.
August 10th, Kylie Jenner and Antonio Banderas celebrated a birthday. Monday, August 11th, Chris celebrated a birthday, as did the immortal Hulk Hogan, brother. What you gonna do? And
he's not going.
It's my mommy's birthday today.
We're not.
She's kind of like
today
yet.
Right?
Oh, cute.
Sorry, I got excited.
Also, Emperor Palpatine, Ian McDermott, celebrated a birthday on Monday. Yesterday, birthdays saw George Hamilton, the really orange guy. And today, Frank's mom
Yeah.
shares a birthday with Fidel Castro.
Woohoo! He's in good company.
Sebastian Stan. Many of you nerds know him as the Winter Soldier.
Nerds.
And Danny Bonaducci. Who?
He's a hockey player, I think, right?
No, he's a former child star. Where the hell did you get
I don't know.
hockey player?
Sounds like a hockey player.
Technically, if she was still alive and somehow lived over 160 years. Annie Oakley's birthday's today.
Who's that?
Annie Oakley?
Yeah.
Famous, American outlaw, cowgirl, sharpshooter.
Cowgirl?
She's a sharpshooter. Annie, get your gun.
Not Little Orphan Annie?
No, it's Annie, get your gun.
I don't know what that means. Sure, Annie, go get your gun.
Was after her.
Oh, it's a
Annie, are
play?
you okay?
Who the hell cares about plays?
Philadelphia Flyer alumni Bobby Clark celebrates a birthday today.
Uh-oh, go Clark. Go Clark. I don't know who you are, but have
It's your
fun with
birthday. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
You disappoint me.
I am very disappointing.
Former WWE superstar and ECW superstar Spike Dudley turns 44 today.
Should I know who that is?
No, but if you did, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Who was it?
Spike Dudley.
He's an actor, isn't he?
He's a wrestler.
He's kind of an actor.
I just said former WWE and ECW superstar.
Oh, well.
I don't like the fact that you don't listen.
Yeah, just how much I pay attention.
And today is technically Alfred Hitchcock's birthday as well.
Ooh, he's actually pretty good.
And for those of you who watched the Disney, newest Disney show, Girl Meets World, Farkle.
Who?
Farkle.
Farkle?
Our teacher? Farkle.
Isn't that a dice game?
No, but he just turned 15 today.
You say teacher. Feener. Feeny.
Character.
Feeny.
Farkle.
Oh, Feeny.
But Feeney's still alive, but it's not his birthday.
What?
In other news, Norman Reedus is set to star in the upcoming Silent Hill game.
Uh-oh, Silent Hill, guys.
So expect.
I heard things about that in a movie form.
TV show, you idiot.
In a movie form.
You're terrible.
I am horrible at plugging things. Okay.
The biggest news that has dominated the media.
No, it doesn't. That does not dominate the media of the Dace Man Show because it doesn't count.
I wish it didn't happen.
I kept thinking it was a hoax.
I was hoping it was a hoax.
Like, you know how many times, Morgan Freeman's died?
Yeah.
He only died once.
He hasn't died yet.
Obviously, we're talking about the tragic passing or the suicide of Robin Williams, who died Monday morning by hanging himself. So, really somber note.
Yeah, some people say it was because he woke up and Dace was just sitting there next to him in his bed. Some say.
I was in Jersey.
Just saying.
He lives
people
in Cal-
said that.
Yeah. Robin Williams is known a huge thing on Fanboys Anonymous where we all reflected on the life and times of Robin Williams, as well as the For Real Movie Club that will be August 31st. We will review 5, not 4, 5 Robin Williams films to honor the legacy of Robin Williams.
That's right.
And that is celebrity news.
You know what's really, weird? I just got done watching What Dreams May Come, a couple days, last week. You guys don't know that movie?
No.
I imagine he's in it.
Well,
I'm imagining because that's what we're talking about. But go ahead. I'll pretend I know exactly.
It was him and his wife. The kids died, and then the wife dies, and then he dies, and then he goes to hell to save his wife from hell. It's a serious kind of movie, but it is
went to hell.
fantastic.
That's good
And it's got Cuba Gooding Jr. in it. So who doesn't love it?
Cuba. So, with that being said, we're actually we're running a little bit fast today, which I was not expecting. So
that's because you told me to shorten everything.
I didn't say that. I said you happen to have a short thing.
I get that reference.
See what I did there? Look, you guys, I'm going home. So what we're going to do is I've got 2 songs in the queue, and you know what that means.
No, I don't. What does that mean?
Gibby Sings!
Yeah, baby!
I don't know how to sing, though.
What do you mean? Well, that's the point. That's what makes it so good. Time for Gibby Sings. All right, Gibby. The first song is in the queue.
Oh, it's not. The first song goes, Ready, Gibby?
That's, oh, God.
Ready?
You're making dogs cry. I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked at you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding ripe jeans. Skin was showing. Hot nights, wind was blowing. Where do you think you're going, baby? That one was really painful. Do you know what the song is?
Actually, I have no idea.
Do you ever sit and reflect on your poor decisions, like giving Gibby more speaking/singing opportunities?
It was funny the first time. Then that one was just like that. The song's called Me Maybe, Gibby.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is.
I think you're lying to me.
The next line goes into the chorus.
Uh-oh.
Where do you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you. And this is crazy. But here's my number. So call me, Gibby.
You guys don't like my singing, I understand.
You drugged that out. You made that one painful. So we're going to do one more. We'll see how this goes.
I can just wrap the next one. That's fine.
I'm kind of nervous. Well, you might be able to.
Oh, shit.
Did it paste?
Where are you staring? Where the hell is it? Okay. What the fucking hell?
It did something weird.
Oga, chaka, oga, chaka, oga. Oga, chaka, oga. Whatever the hell that means. I can feel like...
What? You screwed up the first line?
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me, girl. You just realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's all right. I'm hooked on this feeling. I'm high. I'm believing that you're in love with me.
Did you know the song?
I have no idea what the hell it is. What the hell is ooga chaka, ooga, whatever the fucking hell it is?
It's the beginning of the song. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga. I can't stop this feeling. This one you could have actually.
Inside of me.
Yeah, you could actually have drugged this one out.
No idea what you're talking about.
And you sped through the freaking thing.
No idea. Who sings it? Nothing.
Oh, Blue Suede. Sorry, that's at least the one that I got it from. Originally by B.J. Thomas.
The hell's Ooga Chaka mean?
It's just grunting in the back. Google the song and listen to it.
I don't know if I want to.
Whatever. With that being said, we wrap up another edition of the Dace Man Show. Bam. What we'll do is we'll go around the horn. We'll get the what everybody's doing, and then we'll wrap it up. Go ahead, Gibby. You go first.
Oh, God, please, for the love of living Jesus, please give me an email at thedacemanshow@gmail.com, where I will answer your quick messages about nothing and everything. Yeah.
Right, you were absolutely right. We gave him way too much mic time tonight.
All right. I know. I don't know what happened. But it's going to his head, too.
It is. He did. We gave him a compliment. That's what happened. During the interview.
Yeah.
And he just completely now I've clearly.
All right. We all know it's not the Dace Man Show anymore. It's the Gibby Show. All right.
It will be the Gibby Show.
Yeah.
Bring in Nick Cage. That is the deal.
Yeah, he's a little hard to get a hold of, you know.
Any progress on that front?
Yeah.
None.
At least you're honest. Frank, what you got going in the world of Frank Ward?
Going to be playing Default Dan for the rest of the night.
Spaghetti. Oh, really? Not surprised.
Otherwise, check out the website that still hasn't changed. But still, put it in your bookmark. Check it out every once in a while. Just jerk off to it if you want to. I don't care. Just
jerk off to it? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was an option.
Hey, guess what?
It's always an option.
I
was so close.
Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. Check out everything that's going on at fanboysanonymous.com and megapowersradio.com. Check out the For Real Movie Club not this Sunday, August 31st. It is the Robin Williams themed For Real Movie Club. Come to Old Time Wrestling Summer Bash. It is a tag team #1 contenders tournament. You can check out yours truly teaming with my partner, Dre the Dragon Drummond. Wild Crazy is looking to be the #1 contender for the tag team titles. Also, stay tuned to Basement Protocol. Like us on Facebook. We've got big things going. 1 season's in the books when it comes to writing. Getting ready to film. Roles have been casted. Voice recording has begun. And we got a boom mic.
Got a boom mic. Bop, 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 bop. Boom.
And lastly,
Chaka.
A big thanks to our guest that was on the show earlier tonight. So if you're just tuning in now and you missed the interview segment, make sure you go back and listen to the archive section. And make sure you go to Steam to get Default Dan greenlit. It's a very fun game. Frank's been playing it the entire show. Gibby and I played it last night. I'm probably going to go back and play it again some more tonight after I get a hot dog because everybody loves hot dogs.
Oh.
So Default Dan, check him out at defaultdan.com and check him out on Steam. Greenlight him, get him going. The game is pretty awesome. So for the few, the proud, the Dacetacular, and Gibby, Frank, and our very special guest tonight, Britt, thank you so much. You guys, I got nothing to sign off with tonight. Frank, take it away. To the few and the Dacetacular, I am so sorry for that.